it's hot. Drop it like it's hot.
Call me Cardi B, I run this shit like cardio.
Oh my God.
I just became a foster mom to this 12-week-old pup.
What's good? Two best kids in the world. Great job.
Hi, my name is Jasmine from Miami, and today I'm thankful for this coffee because if not, I would be #tired.
Listen, Jasmine, amen to that. Never enough coffee. Coffee. Decaf.
Yes.
Never. Always. Don't ever give me decaf. Angie Goff here. Be on top in the house.
What's up, y'all?
I know. Can you believe it?
I don't think they know what they're about to get into when it comes to us, too.
We're like, go ahead and cue the No. So, listen. We are entering the summer months.
Yes.
Yeah.
Summer,
and how
summer.
are you feeling? What are you excited about?
I'm feeling so good. I'm excited for more warm days ahead, pool time, playing around with your kiddos. Of course, you know I love my Bobadora and Oren.
Yeah, you like to play with them. You don't like to come and watch them.
That is true because when the weekend comes, you know, Sunday fun days in effect, day parties.
Millennial.
She reminisces and lives vicariously through me for sure.
I'm sorry, because you want to hear how my summer's going so
Tell
far.
me.
Let's just start with the kids are out of school.
And what does
That's
that
all
mean
you
for
need
Mom?
to know.
Mayhem in the Goff house.
It's like, who's going to watch my kids? Who's going to pay me to do this podcast so that I could pay for a summer camp? I hope they let me bring them
Who's
here.
going to keep Dolly Rebecca under control,
the
too?
dog? Who let me get a dog? Why did you not shut this down early? Okay, so listen.
So cute.
We could talk about this all day, but we want to get straight to our first interview because, boy, do we have a great show for y'all. Like, we actually need more minutes for the show. That's how great the show is going to be. You actually are going to hear from a woman whose brother gave the ultimate sacrifice, and just wait until you hear the amazing things that she's doing, how she is really pulling from this tragedy, turning it into positivity, and the children that she is helping of the military, and how she's helping military families as a whole.
Yes.
But first, we're going one-on-one with Alex Smith. It is the Redskins quarterback's first interview. I know, the first time he is speaking out, he's talking since suffering that horrible, devastating injury, the leg injury, nearly 7 months ago. Now, we ran into him in the mall, okay? We had a lot of questions about football, of course, but also why he's always smiling, staying positive. Also, what's been his biggest challenges that he's been dealing with out there, and what is his outlook on life, football, and are the underwear rumors true? We get to the bottom of it. Do you get massages a lot?
No, I don't.
What kind of pressure do you like?
Firm.
Any sensitive spots?
Me?
Yeah.
No. You?
Well, a couple. How's recovering going?
It's good. I played golf this morning.
Yeah?
Did my PT, got a workout in, and I'm getting a massage. This might be my most active day since the injury.
So are you telling me that right now we're having a milestone?
Yes, today definitely could be a
day to remember?
Yeah.
Oh, so as far as like treatment and everything, how long are you going to have the Terminator leg?
It's called an external fixator.
Yeah?
I will hopefully have it for like 4 to 6 more weeks, which will put me at about the 7 months, 7.5 months.
Yeah.
Of living with metal pinned into my leg.
What would you say has been the toughest part of all of this?
The last 3 months have definitely been life-changing in the sense of like I've been able to start driving, I can work out, I'm off of crutches. The first 4 months were really, really hard. I mean,
like physically or mentally?
Yeah, both. Just to be in a wheelchair for as long as I was. And when you have independence and then lose it, it's like... So like...
Sorry.
That was the hardest part.
Every time I see you, you always have this beaming smile on your face. But
It's just your effect, Angie. Oh.
How do you stay so positive all the time?
I mean, I don't feel that I'm necessarily always positive. People have said that to me before, but I don't know. I just feel like to be honest, the thing that's helped me the most with this is just like trying to get through each day. You know, and try not to get caught up, like, how far down the line. Oh, yeah. It's crazy looking, and it sucks what happened, but at the same time, like, And there's people out there that have it way worse. Stuff happens to everybody. Life happens, and for me, I feel like this is just, you know, a time for me to, you know, obviously being tested and have this challenge in front of me, and how can I handle it?
Foot massage? I mean, a little add-on?
Yeah, why not?
Huh? Let's do it. Half price. Just 1 foot, that's right, just 1 foot. So you said in a month or so, this thing comes off.
I hope. Oh, I hope.
What happens after that?
Yeah, start jogging, jumping, running.
Playing football?
Learn how to run again.
Playing football again?
That's the plan.
Yeah?
That's the plan. Yep, steps. I gotta conquer some more steps before I get there. But yeah, learn to run again. That's a big one. But yeah, I'm already throwing. I already feel like throwing's not a problem. I feel like I could throw, but dropping, moving around, all that kind of stuff, change of direction. The steps I'm at right now are lifestyle steps, right? I mean, I'm still working on playing basketball with my kids and, you know, running around after my daughter. So there's all those things I have to conquer anyway until I get there to the point where I'm walking on a field. So I'm looking forward to it. I'm excited about that challenge. Like the stronger I get every week, the more I do, the more hopeful I am that that's a real possibility. Do you feel like you're progressing faster than you thought you would? Yeah, I do stuff. I swear I do stuff every like week or 2 weeks with my physical therapist that definitely surprised me, that I definitely didn't think I could do. Sometimes they're physical, like obstacles, and a lot of times I'd be lying, but instead were like mental obstacles, things with my leg that I just don't trust it yet. But I realize I've healed quite a bit, and I'm further along than I think. Those are always nice. Like when those big ones happen, it's, you know, I feel good. Like I said, I think that trust in my leg coming back. Sometimes you have to do those things to get that trust back. When you're on the field as a quarterback, I don't know a lot about football, and hopefully I won't mess this up. Okay. But sometimes you got to throw to the receiver even when they're not open, and you got to hope that they're going to make that play, right? Sometimes you have to. You got to do that. The old. So since the injury, is that what it's called? No. Oh. No. But since the injury, who is that person? Yeah, that like I'm relying on, right? Like I'm relying on that receiver to make a play for me. To deliver. Yeah, my doctors, the surgeons, my physical therapists that like helping me kind of on that daily process. Obviously, just from a medical standpoint, get back, have my bone heal. I got this crazy contraption that nobody's ever seen before on my leg that comes from like Siberia. Does it really? Yeah. So, but like, believe it or not, this thing's gonna save my leg, save my bone, you know, and so allow me to heal and walk again and hopefully play football again. But through all of it, I mean, the biggest person's my wife, you know. Wait, this? Come on. Well, that's the picture we picked? You look like you're... We just met. We're early. That's early. Oh, can I keep it? No, that's my frame. I need it back. I like your haircut, though. Yeah, whatever. So... You didn't have any bad stages? Well, we're not going to talk about that. This interview is about you, Alex. Okay, go. It's not about me. Fire away. What are you doing? What? Why do you have a tape measure? I just was wondering, speaking of the wife, how are things at home? Probably a better question for her. Good enough, I think. Everything's working. Yeah, I mean, like, I didn't know after the injury. Luckily, this injury is not, we've been creative with the leg. If I'm being too personal, it's good. Yeah. We've been real creative with this thing. It's been nice. Yeah? Yeah. I heard a rumor that you now have buttons on your underwear. Buttons, yep. Buttons on my underwear, zippers on my pants and shorts. I can't get anything on. I cannot get a single thing on. Fudge, marry, kill. San Francisco, Washington, D.C., Kansas City. You got to choose one. Wait, like the cities? Yeah. Not the teams. You read into it the way you want to. I can't marry two, can I? Well, it's not you, Todd. Is it true you're a genius? No. No. Mensa candidate? I did get Mensa offer. You scored a 40 on the Wonderlic test? 40. That's like 97, 98 percentile? Lucky guesses. You have a kid, right? A couple? 3. What grades? Second, kindergarten, and then a 3-year-old. We have a new game that we're gonna play. Okay. And it's called, is Alex Smith smarter than a second grader? Did you pick these questions? I might have. Here's the timer. How many stars are on the flag? 50. How many stripes are on the flag? 13. Who was the 16th president? Abraham Lincoln. What is the 14th letter of the alphabet? 14th? N. Oh my gosh, you're brilliant. Who is the strongest Avenger? Thor, Hulk, Iron Man, Spider-Man. Thor.
Wrong.
Yeah,
The
come
Hulk.
on, no.
Yes, the Hulk. And you still had time to spare.
I'm challenging that one. I think we need to appeal that question.
You know, obviously you have the brain power, but what about your muscle memory?
What about it?
And I'm talking about the Alex arm. I saw those beautiful shots that
still
the
works.
Redskins put
Still
out.
works.
That
Yeah.
great shot of you the Redskins put out for the world to see. But no, it is good to see you back out. But how's your arm feeling? I mean, is
Feeling
that
good, yeah, good, yeah.
Yeah. Can you show me?
Sure.
Okay.
What did you have in mind?
It's in my purse. Can somebody get my purse?
These are not footballs. Are these dodgeballs?
That's for you.
Are you dodging?
We're both dodging.
Oh, you're going down. I think you might need this.
Stretch, Alex.
Let's do this. Look at her.
Oh my
Where'd
God.
you get these? Are these regulation? Oh, that's low. That's a cheap shot.
Ow. Now I get my chance.
Go for it. You get closer. Why don't you? Come on, this.
You're not allowed to duck like that.
I'm not. I can't jump.
Oh,
that's cute. Yeah.
Okay, I'm done. Oh my God. I don't even know what to say.
First of all, shout out to Zen Relax for holding us down.
Oh my gosh, yes. And, you know, working all of this.
Literally, we didn't just do the massage chair just to have some fun. That's our real life. We really will go to the mall just to get massages in the massage chair section.
And actually, after the shoot,
You gonna tell him?
we got another one.
Shannon, we didn't tell you this part. We got another massage.
We did. We did not want to leave. At this point, they were like paying us to leave. But what a good sport.
Yes.
The Smiths, such a good family.
Yeah.
And what really, you know, I know we played a lot of games. We had fun. We, you know, saw a different side of him. Fun dad and all that. But the one thing that I think really is the root of his positivity. I think when he talked about the gratitude and he talked about what he has right now, that says a lot, because when we take that time to really look at the gratitude in everyday things,
Yep.
you know, even doing the laundry, that's time by yourself. That's
Waking
like
up.
therapy, right? Waking up, putting one foot in front of the other.
Yep.
That is when we begin, and when you choose to do that, because it's choice, that is when we begin to alter our mindset,
Yes.
transform
Yes,
the way
girl.
we think
Tell
and our
'em.
attitude. And that is when you start to see things in a totally different perspective.
Yes.
That is true change of perspective. And that leads us to our next segment, which we have called Awokening. Because that is what it's all about. It's about having something happen in your life. It was your aha moment.
Yep.
It changed you. And it motivated you to act. A lot of us say, "Hey, this was a turning point." But how many people actually do the hard work and follow through?
Yeah.
Right? Once you realize that, that's the hard part.
That's what separates you from the rest.
And so it is with great honor that I welcome our next guest to the show. She lost her brother in 2012 in Afghanistan when he paid the ultimate price for our country. And since then, Emma Dockery has made it her life's mission, her life's work, to help and reach out and support the children of the military. It is such an honor and a privilege to have you join us here on the Oh My Goff Show. Emma, thank you so much for coming by.
Oh my gosh, thank you guys for having me. I really appreciate it.
So happy to have you.
Yes, and Emma, you know, we put it out there. I've known you for a while, and something that we connected right off the bat was that we were both military brats, right?
true, yep.
Yes. So before you lost your brother, I mean, you already knew what it was like to be part of a military family. And we talked about that feeling of growing up as a child, knowing that your parent could be sent away, knowing that it's a possibility. I mean, I lived in fear. You can ask me, I prayed every night until I fell asleep that nothing would happen to my dad, and I would name like every military person I knew that were his friends. I'm like, Colonel this and Colonel that and Lieutenant blah, and because they were all the parents of my friends, and we all kind of knew in the back of our minds that something could happen, whether he was flying the chopper, you know, or whether he was going on tour duty. TDY is what they used to call it. But that's not when your loss came. This came fast forward many years later. Your brother decided to serve
So my brother decided to serve. My mom had actually passed away. So she was a military wife and she had passed away of breast cancer. And I think David was just really kind of, a young man looking for something. He didn't, I used to joke with him and say, you did this to get out of going to school, because my dad was such a, A-type Colonel 06 that he was like, no, you're going to college and that's it. And so David went to 2 years of school and then he enlisted in the military. And I remember like one of the last conversations we had right before he left, I said, you don't have to do this. He's like, no, I really want to do this. I want to really serve my country, which is such a noble and honorable thing for people to do, because so many of us nowadays don't do it. It's 1% of the population that serves. And I think that's kind of the biggest factor as to why this was so important and what we started. It's because of the fact that the most of the civilian population doesn't really understand, one, the service and sacrifices that these families make, and then two, the importance and the significance of it. We often say, we're the home of the free because of the brave. So there's so many people that are making these sacrifices, and it's important, I think, sometimes to focus on the children, because often they're the youngest among us, but the strongest among us. And they're sometimes overlooked in the whole aspect of a service. We think that service is between not only just the service member, the man or the woman that takes the oath, but it's the duty of the entire family. And Angie, you and I know that firsthand.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
Of all the countless times we moved and all the countless times that when your father or mother is deployed, that the spouses are the ones that are kind of making that sacrifice of really keeping the home fires burning and really making sure the kids are okay. So that was kind of the impetus after David passed away, to really be able to focus on the children, but not only focus on the children, helping the next generation of Americans to focus on these children.
I think one of the things that you talked about is like the unthinkable, losing a member of your family. You lost your brother. But then you looked at your own life and you said, gosh, what if that was my husband? And that really struck a chord. I mean, was that the turning point? Did that really change your perspective? Imagining what it's like to be a parent and be a child that has someone who doesn't come home.
Angie, it was probably the most surreal moment of my life. Going through that, being at Dover and witnessing him coming back home, not the way that we anticipated, I think for me was the most unreal, most tragic moment, most surreal moment that you could ever have in a lifetime, to really know that, this is it. It's not as pretty as it is in the movies.
Emma, how old was your brother at the time when he passed?
24.
Wow.
He's my baby brother, my only brother. And so I think for me, how we started was with Children of the Fallen, because of the fact that there was a group called Tragedy Assistance Programs for Survivors, which is TAPS, known as TAPS, and they help with families of the fallen. And I wanted to do something for their children specifically, because I was so grateful for what they did for my family at the time.
And when you talk about the things that you've created, speak a little bit about the outreach, because you do a bunch of different things, and you meet them at their level. Like, you have fun with these kids.
We do, because I think, positive experiences when you're young make the world of a difference. Having professional sports teams, all kids love sports.
Oh my
right?
gosh,
all kids do. It's like the
and athletes
unifier.
are such heroes to so many different
They
kids.
are.
Yeah.
They really are. And so one of the most rewarding events that we do is called Winter Wonderland. And the reason why it's the most rewarding to me, it's during the holiday season. So for me, that's like, I love the holidays. I just absolutely think that's the best time of year. But for families like mine that have lost a loved one,
right?
It's kind of sometimes sad too, because that there's somebody missing, or if there's a loved one that's deployed. But the most rewarding thing is to see all of those children that night, and then either the spouses that are left behind or the spouses that are bereaved spouses, with smiles on their faces, with like people telling other people that, this is fun, and that we needed this, that this was the boost that really helped us during this time. To me, to see those smiles, to hear those words, I think are indicative of David's personality. David loved people. He was a kind, caring young man. And to be able to do those things, to see almost his legacy left behind, to me, it's just powerful.
What should other people know if they want to get involved?
Every little bit helps. And if we as a generation could be able to say, you know what, we may not firsthand serve in the military, but we can find ways in which we can serve others who are in the military. So obviously I'm going to say definitely log on to our website.
That's right. Shout it out. Give it a plug.
YellowRibbonsUnited.org.
Emma, I just, tip my hat to you and want to say thank you for everything that you give, and your husband Derek, who, by the way, former Redskins,
yes.
Derek Dockery, shout out. But everything, he's given and you've given your family, your children, and above all, your father, your brother.
Very
and
much
we
so.
are wishing you all the best, and we're rooting for you.
Thank you.
We're behind you all the way.
Yeah, we're here to support you in any way. Truly an inspiration for sure, Emma.
Thanks for having me. I really appreciate you guys.
Thank you.
I wish we had more minutes to share our entire interview, but don't worry, we are doing it. All you have to do is go to the Oh My Goff YouTube channel and click on the playlist labeled Uncut, and you will get the powerful interview that we did right here. So,
Yes.
All right. We've got even more to tell you about coming up, right, Britt?
Yes. You took somebody very special on a crazy ride. We're talking about Real Housewives of Potomac's Giselle Bryant. Guys, it gets all the way real here. They talk about mom life, girl boss life as well, and making some money moves, and a lot of balls to the wall action literally took place during this crazy ride.
I like that emphasis right there. It feels so good to say thanks for joining us again. We hope you continue on this journey with us.
Yes.
All right. Sing us out, Dolly.